Hey, everybody, welcome back to the On the Right Side podcast, coming to you live every Wednesday, 4 p.m. here at the America First Warehouse in Long Island, New York. I'm Steve Levy, your co-host, usually here with David Zaire, who once again is on assignment in Washington or wherever. I'm a former Suffolk County executive, former New York State Assembly member, and the CEO, the executive director of the Center for Cost-Effective Government, a fiscally conservative think tank. With me, guest host, came back. We have him back after an amazing performance last week.
Well, they said I was so identical to David Zaire. They thought I was exactly him, right? No.
We thought David broke the mold, but Geno was breaking a lot of other things around here.
That's
Geno
true.
Bisconti, a stand-up comic from the region and beyond with his amazing podcast. Welcome back, Geno.
Oh, thanks for having me, Steve. Love doing this.
We haven't got banned yet from the FCC, but it's still early. All right, I'm sure we will today. So, oh my gosh, where do we start first with all the interesting conversation we can go on? I wanted to get into Iran more last week, and I'm figuring something might have changed from last week to this week, but it's kind of more of the same. Though as we're going on air here, 4 o'clock Wednesday, we've been hearing teasing over the last 2 days that they're this close to a deal. Heard this before.
Sure.
So, Geno, you're also known as the Nostradamus of comics here in the East End. So what is your prognostication? Is this going to happen? Are we going to start blasting again? And what's the end game? And when's it going to happen, Geno Bisconti?
I would argue, and I put the not in Nostradamus, but I would argue that if you just pay attention and don't listen to the static, the white noise, which is always the best colored noise possible. I'm kidding. If you don't listen to it, you realize everything Trump has said has happened. They're like, oh, it's a war. The war's over. No, it's not. There's still a war is when you can attack other people. Okay. And I love saying this. 13 people have been killed in this incursion, war, whatever you want to call it. The same amount of people that were killed on our clumsy exit from Afghanistan, because that shows what goes on when someone is doing what they say and someone like Biden is doing what he thinks he should do. And I'll say something else, okay? Gas prices are as high as they've been since 2022. You remember 2022 when Biden invaded Iran? Oh, wait. You remember 2022 when they shut down the Strait of Hormuz? Oh, wait. You remember 2022 when they wanted to shut down natural gas and kill the gas industry? You remember when they told you to buy electric cars and they didn't care about gas prices, and now they do? Ooh. Screw them. Trump is doing what he said he would do 45 years ago. So if you don't get that, I cannot wait to sit back with my pop. YOLO!
Hey everybody, happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Sound check, so let's see how Max sounds. Again, look at the Buckies. Your boy has a shirt I got to show you, but welcome. I thought that was a good way to start it, another show, but while I'm doing that, you sound great. Welcome, Pete. How are you, big brother? You look
good. I have my Stephen Garrett certified mint julep. So, things are good. How are you doing?
I'm great. Like I thought that, normally we start the show. The life's good again. It keeps falling off, but I found the tab for my nosy. Normally I start the show, Pete. And normally I start the show, as you know, Pete, with a clip from fucking the Wednesday show. But for the second straight week, a former fucking, I believe, some political guy in New York asked me to do his show again, and I thought that was very nice of him, and I thought I made a very salient point there, and I said, let's start with that. I also said, let's start by putting on this fucking Charger jersey again, because it's a fucking schmoopus. But there you go, Pete. I'm having a great week. I got a gig tonight, or I would be drinking as well. Not that I didn't have a couple last night. What do you, Mother Cabrini? You never touch the stuff. But that's it, man. And I got to get that picture that our boy Smartass Al sent. He said starting the week with a Bucky shirt as well. I'll get you a picture. But let me shut the fuck up and let the star talk. How are you, big brother?
I don't know. I mean, last week was just jam-packed with stuff. So I guess this week the big news is, we talked about it last week, the big Supreme Court decision on you can't have racially gerrymandered districts. And this week, you're starting to see the results of that, where a bunch of states, especially in the South, are now redistricting because the law used to be you had to account for race in voting districts. So they did, and districts were created based on race, according to the Voting Rights Act of '65. And that's why Clyburn in South Carolina has been in office for 33 years. So what they decided was our country has moved on, as evidenced by the elections of Obama, number one. White people obviously voted for him. He was black. Byron Donalds, mostly white district in Florida, in the South. He gets elected. In Michigan, I wish I could remember the name of the guy. Black guy gets elected, predominantly white district.
Just to pause. Now we can start the show. Your boy,
Yeah.
Mr. White. Chendon. Mr. White, I'm surprised he's here. Isn't he gearing up for the Celtics playoff game? We're down 2-0. Fuck me. So the black guy in the South, back to you, big brother, and love you, Mr. White. Go, Loadz.
No, and then John James, the guy in Michigan who got elected. Burgess Owens in Utah got elected in predominantly white districts. And then the big news today, EK touched on it, the Virginia State Supreme Court ruled their redistricting unconstitutional. They flat out didn't follow their state constitution while doing it. So it's not anything based on race or anything else. Just flat out, they didn't do what they were supposed to get that passed.
So what? But I thought you were going to touch upon it. Maybe you were. I'm so dumb. All the shit that went on, and my boy brought it up, Steve Levy, who loves having me on his show. He nearly had a heart attack if you watch the whole show this week when I believe I did my famous line, "Thank God Renee Good is dead." He's like, whoa. I'm like, dude, don't worry about that. But in Indiana, right, where all the people were like pushing back on Trump, and he's like, all right, I'm just going to fucking endorse these people. And I believe 5 of 7 won. 5 of 6 won, and the 7th, I don't know. It was too close to call when I heard the news.
I believe 5. When last I heard, 5 of 7 won their seat. So in Indiana, basically, Trump wanted them to redistrict. It's pretty much a Republican state. He wanted them to redistrict, make it all red. The Indiana State House sent it to the Indiana Senate. Indiana State House passed redistricting, but in the Indiana State Senate, there were 7 Republican state senators who voted against redistricting. So Trump supported all 7 Republican challengers, and 6 of the 7, I believe, won. 5 definitely won. The 6 may be too close to call. So all those people who are like, oh, Trump doesn't matter. Oh, and close to home, Vivek Ramaswamy demolished his competition in the Republican primary for governor of Ohio. He won every district in Ohio. And the guy running against him was being pushed by all the dipshits on the interwebs. So Trump supported Ramaswamy. He ran the table in a statewide election.
I mean, this is, and of course we have to talk. I get a text from Anthony, shameless, because I love he just texted me out of the blue. He's like, Gene, I'm in town tomorrow. Thought we'd get together and go get our hantavirus shot. He's like, I'm kidding. Let's go get hammered. And then you saw him last night in the chat. He fucking still supporting me. Sent me 50 and said, let me give you this where you get demonetized on the YouTube. But what made me think of the hantavirus is what made what you think of whenever you do Corona. Okay. And again, COVID, Fauci, but the world, let me say it differently for a change. The world changed more after COVID than it did after 9/11. And I'm going to say it nostalgically because no one is putting up with this. Peter, in honor of the Charger shirt, what would you call it? No one's putting up with this. What, Pete?
Bullshit.
No one's putting up with this bullshit. And
by the way,
go on, please. I
don't even, the hantavirus isn't even worth discussing because it is.
I don't forget to put this up. Sup, Schwoogies.
Mr. White, always great to see you.
The hantavirus. Before I forget, look, I got to do this. You know I'm ADD. Is Trump running Keanu? Did you see this? Our boy put is Keanu running Trump's Truth Social account? Look at this, babe.
You know me.
Look at it, baby. It's look at Trump. He posted a picture. It said lasers, bing, bing, gone.
Ha ha! He's a fan of my show.
Look on, bing, bing, gone. Boom.
He says it all the time because he loves my show.
Going.
Rumor.
These guys are dropping bombs on Iraqis while women cover their clitorises, going bing, 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 bing. Anyway, by the way, did you see your sister-in-law get humiliated at rock, paper, scissors yesterday, Pete? It was painful.
No, I won at least 60% of the time.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Like I said, I got to that late because golf ran a little late, and then we're hanging out eating and bullshit. And so,
Peter. By the way, look at Angelo's avatar. My man, fucking, he's got the I believe it's a margarita, and the in hot water hat.
Could be a mojito.
Yes.
Could be a gin and tonic.
No, Angelo's straight, Pete. I don't think it's a mojito.
Could be a gin and tonic. There's a lime on there.
I just texted that to him.
Yeah, I think it's out there now. People know, like, that HANTA virus isn't supposed to spread from human to human. It's not going to be a thing unless people can try and make it a thing. We'll see. This will be a good test to see who the idiots still are. Although supposedly this has a 40% you're going to die if you get it. Hey, by the way,
this particular strain has, I forget, it's the Andy strain.
Yeah.
Look, you nailed it, Ange. It's a Geno and tonic. This particular strain, the Andy strain, has the highest lethality, 40%, but they always leave out the details. 3 people died, Pete. How old were the people that died?
I don't know, 90,
70,
85, 70.
Pete. And you know what they got it? They were just sitting. They were sitting in the middle of a garden. No. The 2 people that started. Did you hear this? No, that's far more lethal, and it's hard to get rid of the Yenta virus. Pete, the 2 people, they were a Dutch couple who went bird watching before getting on the boat. Where did they go bird watching, Pete?
I don't know. Someplace rats took shits. I don't know where they went.
In a landfill. Hand to God. They went bird watching a lot of places, but one of the locations was, I'll say it again, a landfill. Not to be confused with Max's mule. That's a handfill. Do you understand? No. There's a difference, Loads. There's a difference.
Why? What kind of birds are you looking for? What are you looking for? Pigeons? Like, are you kidding me? Seagulls? Ridiculous.
Yeah, but they don't. Pete, well, I don't know why you didn't get that in the mainstream news cycle. I'll tell you why, Pete. I'll compliment you. Because 1, you don't care, and 2, you're not looking for it. But Pete, you know your stupid little brother. I'm like, I gotta look this up. The one guy died. The first guy to die was 70, and he died of respiratory failure. They didn't say, like, let me tell you, because he was old and unhealthy and hobbling around in let me see if I can remember again, a MAXXX a landfill. Stop it. So again, I'll say it and take us back to square one. The world's changed so much since COVID. And so many people are not going to put up with this bullshit. Shout out Dr. Drew, who was one of the first people to say, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I've done the research. It was bullshit. And he's like, and he literally came out screaming, was like, stop it. It's so rare. It's not airborne. Stop. We're not doing this. And I honestly think, like, it's fun to get clicks and sell stories, but I don't even think people really, and I don't even think the mainstream media is really going to try and sell it. I think it's more of a social media thing. Here we go. What do you think?
Yeah, it has to be, because there's nothing to sell. I mean, and if they do try to sell it, then you absolutely know that's the story they're trying to tell. They're trying and shut things down again, whatever. By the way, Jeff Hillman's thing, I just always, as far as I know, if they say 40% of people die, that means 100,000 people got it and whatever, 40,000 died. That's all. If that's not the case, then it's meaningless, because that should be sheer just numbers. They know how many people got it. They know how many people died of it.
Yeah.
So that's how I
Jeff Hillman, we love him. You know Jeff Hillman. He fills in for the sports show when people aren't around. I love him. How do they determine lethality? Thanks for the 5, by the way, Canadian. I never understood people claiming this ability to decide who will or won't pass. It's a mythical power of Valkyries. Forgive me. They don't determine it Like, I don't think there's any baseline you can find, and statistics are made to lie. And whichever stat they need to get the clicks and sell the fear, that's the one they use. Go, Pete. I'm sorry.
Here's something interesting that I heard today. A guy was talking, and he said, the timing is interesting that all of a sudden this HANTA virus comes up, and the world is coming here for the World Cup. The timing's just interesting. You know what I mean? Oh, you know, all of a sudden everybody's got it. The world. It's my garage.
Peter, don't ever. No one would ever want you to change your backdrop, but I'm amazed it took that long to get that beaut. Oh, we can start now. Here, let me get you caught up. COVID. Max has a big dick. All right, we're good. There you go. Fauci.
No, I think. I do think. Please, Peter. I think that things are actually looking very good. Supposedly, that was news today. Trump announced there's a 3-day ceasefire between Russia and the Ukraine.
I don't perfectly put. I don't even pay attention to the Ukraine anymore. I don't
either.
Shit. No, right, but I'm saying, like, at least you're paying remote attention.
I'm paying attention to Trump's Truth Social post, and he posted on Truth Social, there's a ceasefire for the next 3 days between Russia and the Ukraine, and maybe the war is close to being over.
Why is there a ceasefire? Do you know? So he had nothing to do with it, right? As dumb as that.
Oh my God! Of course he had something to do with it.
I don't know.
He's running the world. I don't get what people don't understand. He's running the show. The world is spinning the way he wants it to spin. He has everything to do with everything. Anything good that happens in the world, wait till Johnny Claire's not hearing this. He has something. Let me rephrase. Anything good for the United States, Trump is having something to do with. The gas prices don't care. Don't care.
Well, if I can take a little bit of credit, that's why I showed, because again, always try to, I always speak at the America First warehouse, except on, like, when I talk politics, I'm like, what would Max Loads think about me saying this? Would he be like, not bad? Like, I don't know what I bombed on Tuesday, and right in the chat, more briefing. You
didn't know what he mean.
Like, oh, I the thing, and I just went to someone, and I'm like, why am I talking? But you can shit on me for that in a minute, but I think I kind of nailed it with that fucking gas prices are as high as they were in 2022. You remember when Biden invaded Iran? Oh, you remember when he opened up more pipelines? Oh, you remember when you were all being told to drive electric cars? Like, if you don't get that, just saying that it was that high in 2022 underscores what a piece of shit that administration was. And at least, like, why are gas prices so high? Well, look, and I'll touch upon this because it is, why are gas prices so high? Why is anything the way it is? Just go back and watch Mark Rubio. Just watch Rubio fill in for Levitt on fucking, what was it, Monday or Tuesday? Oh. It is, Peter, I don't know if you were going to talk about that. Peter, was that
awesome? He was awesome. And it points out, but no, the left doesn't listen to him, I don't think, so it doesn't matter. But I think I have a slightly different take on gas prices were high under Biden and Obama. You can go look. Obama's Secretary of Energy said he would like gas prices in the United States to get like they are in Europe, $7, $8 a gallon, because they wanted people to stop driving gas-powered cars.
Yep.
Biden administration, as soon as Biden came in, he stopped all the pipelines for gas and oil, stopped all the pipelines, tried to cut back production, got laws passed with the EPA that electric cars were going to be mandatory, did all that happy horse shit, and it drove up the price of gas. Okay, so if you agree with all those things, then you would agree that gas prices were high and it was a good reason for them to be high. If you agree with those issues, if you think we should have electric cars and all that stuff and climate change and all the hocus pocus, then you should be like, all right, I'm good with gas prices being high under Biden. I wasn't good with high gas prices under Biden because I disagreed with all that hocus pocus. I'm okay with gas prices right now being high under Trump. One is because the trade-off now is...
Did you call it hokey pocus?
Hocus pocus.
I think you said hokey pocus.
Maybe I did say hokey pocus. The trade-off is...
Now, Max is used to hearing women say the word pocus.
The trade-off is Iran won't have a nuclear weapon. They won't be able to F with the Strait of Hormuz anymore. They'll be able to a little while longer, but once this is over, it's over. You know what I mean? At least that's what it sounds like. So,
Agreed.
so the price of gas will go down, and they won't be able to F with it. OPEC's done. UAE left. Venezuela's out. The Strait of Hormuz, Iran's not going to be able to F with it every time they want something done, and they won't be able to hold nuclear weapons over anybody's head. And for all the pinheads who are like, well, Iran couldn't hit us with their nukes, you know what? Maybe Trump should go out there and say, you know what? Here's my new thing. I just want to make sure the United States can never get hit by a nuke from Iran. There. So if they can reach Europe and everybody else, okay, you guys are okay with it? You don't want to fight them on it? That's okay. I mean, what are we talking about? So stupid. So that's the difference. There's a difference in why the gas prices are high. One is for the better. One, they will eventually come down, and the goal is for them to come down. Under Biden, the goal was never for gas prices to come down.
No.
So yeah, I'm a little nervous, but the way they're changing the districts, I'm not sure that the high price of gas will cost the Republicans in the midterms because everything's going to be so gerrymandered for them because that Supreme Court ruling. And the ruling comes out, you can't count votes after Election Day. It's going to be even harder for the Dems to cheat. So I think things are looking as good as they can get under the circumstances.
I think you made a great point there. It's like they're going to come down. Actually, let me rephrase. Like you made a great point. It's like the whole goal of this is for them to come down. A lot of people are talking about gas prices coming down. I believe they will come down. Under Biden, that was never a concern. They wanted to destroy the fucking fossil fuel industry. They fucking cost so many fucking jobs. Day one, we'll talk about costing jobs here in New York and in LA soon. But first, this is a good time to point out a couple of rumble rants from the good guys. First off, we'll get to your boy, Mr. White, who says it's stall tactics. Whether it's Ukraine or Iran, it's just them planning things that'll make it last longer. When Trump really does put his foot down? When does Trump really put his foot down and make it stop, Pete? That's the question.
I don't know. Hopefully within the next month. I agree with Mr. White on that. By the way, I don't remember in 2007 gas prices I never remember gas being $9 a gallon. So I don't know where, and again, could be because we're in South Jersey, so I don't know where chillin' was in 2007 where gas was close to $10 a gallon. I don't know what part of the country it was in, but in South Jersey.
Chillin's in Cali where it's insane.
Oh, okay. Oh, my God. I'm sorry to hear you're out there, chillin'. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah.
When Pete gets wound up, it makes my 2-inch killer move.
And by the way, what is this? Let's speak English and not internet here. The cope is strong in this one. I don't cope. No, cope is what you do when your dog dies or somebody dies. You figure ways to cope with it. A cope or the cope.
No, Pete, that's how the kids talk. By the way, this upcoming week, we got Red Sox Phillies. Let's do a stream 12th through the 14th. I'm around 12th and 13th. Let's make that happen. I know. I'm not. It's no good because that's the golf tournament, right, Pete?
I'm not speaking internet gibberish. The cope. No. What I'm giving you is my opinion and reasons for why I think something's going to happen. That's not a cope or any other word you people want to make up to fit your 2026 friggin' needs, all right? That might be your cope. There, I'll use your language for you. I'm giving you reasons based on, or opinions based on facts that I see out there. That's all. You want to call it a cope, call it whatever you want to call it. Again, I don't use those words. Not real. Made up. Made up because somebody needed a cool way to say something that people have been saying for time immemorial. That's yeah, it's the new lingo, and I don't need it.
If I may toast Angelo, thank you so much. Happy Friday. 14 drinks in, I should switch to gin and tonics, and I will thank him. Him and the wife sent us this lovely postcard. This postcard took they sent it to us like 2 weeks ago. This postcard, hold on, did it wrong. This postcard, Pete, took the path of anything in Ange's world. Like I dropped it walking up the stairs with the mail. So it sat on the stairs for days. Then I found it going down the stairs. It fell between the seat of the car. It sat there for weeks. But look at this. Oh, and look, a little lippy sticky thing. So thank you, Ange. Here's to you, Chen fucking Don, to the good guys, and your boy Push-Ups, one of your biggest fans, another guy that you probably hate as much as Bob Fan Patrice, fucking says, what about the Monroe Doctrine? Oh, and Ange, little thing, what? I'm going to use the last wooden match from the store, from the Crane Club, to light what's left of this cigar. Oh, Pete, Jesus Christ. He goes, talk for a sec, but I got to get this. He goes, I'm sending you cigars. One of them's for Max Loads. You'll know which one it is. Please hold on.
Yeah, Monroe Doctrine. Trump seems to be following the Monroe Doctrine. Apparently, we're going to be doing things in Cuba soon. And Venezuela is an example of that. And he is taking over. We are controlling the Western Hemisphere. And by the way, JJ DeBecky, I'm glad you voted for Trump twice. If you had used whitewashing, I'd have accepted that and wouldn't have lost my mind. I just hate all these new words that people got to start using. You know what I mean? I voted for him 3 times. My opinion on this may be narrow. You may be right about that. It's just the way I see it. I would love your opinion on this. I mean, do you think that what Trump's doing is wrong in this situation? Do you think gas prices are going to be high for an extended period of time? Let's give actual dates, like through September or November. You know what I mean? I'm up to hear what you have to say. My real issue is simply with the word cope. I can't stand any of the new lingo. So, yeah, whitewashing would have been good. You know, anything like that's fine. And again, I'd love to hear your opinion on it. Because my opinion could be very narrow on this. It probably is. But for the last 47 years, since I was in 8th grade when they took the hostages, if people want to forget that Iran is effed with us every chance they could, that's fine. This war didn't start 6 weeks ago. Trump's right when he says it should have been handled before he got here. My question is, how is it possible all these people have been in government for over 20 years? Trump's had 5 years, and everything's his fault. These people have been in 20, 30, 40 years. Well, we needed a couple more years. That's the ridiculousness of it.
And shout out to Jim. Love Jim tells you guys again.
That's sort of what I see going on.
You better be subbed to at Jim Tells You, because he does a stream at like 11 o'clock at night. Just sits there with his dog talking news. He's fucking great. You can respond to that, people. That's Geno. Trump is done. There'll be no doubt the U.S. is the only superpower in the world, and we be running sheep. Pete, your thoughts?
I think that's basically what I was saying. I agree 100%. And we'll be running. And maybe Russia will be there with us. Maybe because they have oil. There's no more OPEC.
I love this guy. Yeah, my bad. I voted for him 3
times. Yeah, dude, I'm with you. I'm with you on this. Sure, I'd like to see gas prices come down. I just, I'm okay paying at this point. Yes, if it's still close to $5 a gallon a year from now, yeah, then I'm going to have some issues. But I still think at that point, and I got to stay intellectually honest to myself, if people are willing to pay it, as gas companies, any company, supply and demand, where the line meets, that's the price you charge. If you can get $4.50 a gallon and people are paying and your profit's okay, you're going to charge $4.50 a gallon. I mean, it's just, and I have to be okay with that. Everybody else, you do not. But I just see it like that is supply and demand, the system working. I mean, maybe there should be more gas companies or whatever you want to say, or I don't want to see the government take over and make them public utilities. I don't want to see that happen. So that's something I do struggle with because, yeah, I don't want to pay $4.50 for gas. But, that's how things might go. I don't see it going that way. But, you can't discount it until the prices do come down. I will say this, and I would love to know what the chat has to say. If the Strait of Hormuz opens, I don't understand why gas prices will not come down. Like, if the Strait of Hormuz opens, Venezuela oil goes online, UAE oil goes online, Russia's selling oil. If it truly is a world market and everybody can just put it out there and then a price gets generated, why wouldn't the price naturally come down again based on supply and demand? Because it's not like OPEC's out there, or it's not like OPEC can shut down 60% of oil production in the world to drive prices up anymore. That's all.
Yeah, well, and again, this gets back to the Rubio thing, and then I'll get to that other super chat. And we'll go over the cigars. Gets back to the Rubio thing, and I got a clip of it. You got to see it, but he was handling questions. It was so great, and I talked about it at the warehouse. Like,
he was outstanding.
Between, if you don't see yet another glaring difference between what we're dealing with this administration and last administration, it's not just the idiots that were in the last administration. Of course, I'm talking about Corinne Jean-Pierre. Of course, I'm talking about Biden himself, his dopey fucking wife, all these idiots. It's the fucking way they work together in this one when it was so obvious. Like, how many times did you like, Corinne Jean-Pierre, well, I didn't know, because you never saw him. They kept everyone fucking separated to cover up the lie because I don't know why Obama still lives in Washington, D.C. Not important. But you understand, like, the way Rubio goes, I'll fill in for her. You know what I mean? Like, and I said it on the warehouse when they're like, Gene, can you sit? It reminds me, I said of that. And I said to the guy at the warehouse, I'm like, this reminds me of Compound Media. Like, we just jump in and fill in for each other. I love it. And that's what Rubio did. And he was amazing because everyone is so like in tune, because I can only imagine, let me rephrase it. You're not that in sync with the other person's stuff unless you're all sitting together in meetings, something that never went on in the last administration. Am I wrong to think that, Peter?
I don't know if that's the reason, or simply because Rubio knows what the F he's talking about and what the administration's goals are, and he can enunciate them clearly and concisely.
But he knows that because they're sitting together in meetings. Like, they're going over game tape, Loads, right? I know you know
they
that.
They may be going over game tape, but think about the things he said. It was all straight out common sense, how things are, just what it is. Like, when it's easy when you just are straight spouting the facts as you see them. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
By the way, somebody in here, Dark MAGA, like, he says he's going to get some oil from Russia to bring the prices down. Okay. Look, I'm Gen X. I grew up in the 80s, better dead than red, the whole thing. It's done. Just like we're no longer.
You know what I love about this comment, Pete? This guy is a troll. He comes in here to shit on me, but he's listening. He's like, all right, I got to stop shitting on Gene for a sec. Yo, the dipshit will get the oil from his boy, so watch his Dark MAGA. Thank you so much. You know what I mean? He's here to shit on us because I don't know if you know this, Pete. I'm a dummy and I support a sexual assaulter. But despite all, and by the way, I'll be drinking. I'm kidding. How great is it that Drink Jimmy will met Guy Markham in the UK? Now they're buds. That's amazing. And real fast, hey, bitches, then we'll get back. Tim Burchett was just on Rogan, and he thinks oil prices aren't tied to Iran. If you haven't, I haven't watched it yet, but saw a clip. If you can find that clip in your history, please pop it in the chat. Thank you so much, gay bitches. A name that is synonymous with my wife's bit. Rubio in Polymarket right now is the leading candidate to be president. I gave Loads and the Drinking Bros, our good friend, the Drinking Bros. We gave them props for pointing that out. Now, back to you, Loads. And, Pete, before I forget, tell me which one of these cigars from our boy Angelo you think is for you. He said I'd know, okay? He said I'd know. All right, let's look at the labels. Hold on, I'll make it big so you can see it. Hold on, Pete. Here we go. Let's look at the labels. The labels. Pete, when I saw it, I'm like, and it was literally, I'm like, oh, of course, it's the PB Cup V2. There you go. And of course, Pete, a taste. You know what? Maybe I'll give you the Miami Vice Color one too. But
I like that.
Thank you so much to our boy.
By the way, who
Bravada Cigar Club, which sends us these nice little bags. So where were we, Loads?
Who is the sexual assaulter that you support?
Oh, Pete Cunha.
Oh,
he's not. Peter, he's right. Pete, the reason you didn't know is because he ain't. But Peter, again, like, hey, Pete, thanks for taking time out from your busy schedule of having a life. I know you just sit in other chats and attack people you'll never meet or know. But this guy's changing the world. It's fantastic.
So at any rate, again, I don't care. I don't care if we do business with Russia. It's not, again, I'm sorry everybody still wants to live. I still want to live in 1985, but we don't. So since we don't, and we've moved on as a country from a lot of things, I'm I got no issue if we get the oil from Russia. I got no issue if we get it from Putin. Who cares? Europe was getting it from Germany, or Germany was getting their oil from Russia. They were doing it during Biden. We had no problem with that. Trump said to them, why are you getting your power from your biggest enemies, supposedly? So wherever we get
what does this mean? Rubio versus Alex Jones controversy made Rubio look bad. I don't
have
know
no idea. I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Please send us a link or expand on it, because I don't know either. But getting back to Rubio and Russia and oil, well, not Russia, but oil, like that was another, like his speech, like, do I have it here? Hold on. Paste. Like his speech was so fucking good. And let's go over some of the people I watch. There's a guy I've talked about. This is Clinton Jaws. You ever heard of him, Pete?
No.
Clinton Jaws. Hold on. Talk to him, Pete. I lost screen share. Talk to him, big.
Yeah, so I agree. And somebody who put it in there, Jim tells you, there you go, oil futures for July are $74 a barrel. Okay, so I've seen statistics. They tell you, like, at $94 a barrel, gas prices usually average this. So it's $74 a barrel. What is the average cost of gas in the United States? I'm just curious, because I would think it'd probably be around $2.50 at $74 a barrel. I don't know. That's a guess, because that's $20 a barrel lower than it is now. You know, so I don't know. So did you get it?
So
did you get it there yet, Gene?
Oh yeah, Pete, but I was letting you go. All right, so there's so many good clips of this, but let's just hear. I'll bring it up. Let me know you can hear it, big brother. Well, everyone. Hold on. Nice and big. Oh, unmuted.
Rhetoric around the Iran war. Is that essentially?
Well, I don't think that's an accurate description of what he said. I think what the president basically said
This is
that
him
Iran
addressing
can't
the
have a
Pope.
nuclear
No one
weapon
cares.
because-
Hold on. It's not that you don't care.
Great.
Well, he's like, no. He's like we just don't want.
He doesn't understand why anybody, leave aside the Pope, the president, and I, for that matter, I think most people, I cannot understand why anyone would think that it's a good idea for Iran to ever have a nuclear weapon. Look what they're doing with the Straits right now. They're holding the whole world hostage. They have these sailors, you know, on commercial ships that are going to starve.
And I'm going to interrupt, and I'm sorry, you know I do it. I apologize. But, Peter, all I can ever imagine anyone in the last administration, especially at this podium, Corinne Jean-Pierre, speaking this clearly and commonsensically. Here we go.
To death out there, they don't care. They don't care that this is melting down. The economies around the world, even of their own allies. This is what they're doing with the Straits. What do you think they would do if they had a nuclear weapon? They would hold the world hostage with that nuclear weapon. That's what they would do. They would do exactly to the world with a nuclear weapon what they're doing now with the Straits. And I think the president's point is how anyone cannot see that as an unacceptable outcome and an unacceptable risk is beyond him. It's puzzling. And someone has to do something about it. The difference between this president and like the 6 presidents that preceded him were that he's the only one that's actually been willing to do something about it. Everyone says Iran can't have a nuclear weapon, but you got to do something about it at some point. And he's been willing to a threat. And that's what he promised he would do when he got elected, by the way, is address.
I mean,
what more is there to say? And who and the people, again, the people who would disagree with that, I would love to hear what they want. They want things to continue going how they were, where Iran could just screw with the Strait. And by the way, at some point, Rubio did say, Iran doesn't own the Strait of Hormuz. It's international water.
That's what I was looking for. Please go on.
Yeah, somebody needs to let stupid people understand that. What Iran is doing is just modern day piracy. They're just deciding we're going to shut down this strait for our benefit, make you pay to go through it. Supposedly, under international law, if there is such a thing, that is supposed to be the Strait of Hormuz is supposed to be wide open for international trade. Nobody controls it. It's an international waterway. You know what I mean? It's not.
Peter, shall we? Because it's so good. Look.
Yes,
Peter,
it's not a canal.
I like the second one too. The first one on the blockade. And so why do we have a blockade? We have a blockade because they shut down the straits. So I don't know which members of Congress you're talking to, but here's what I would ask them. I would ask everybody here. It's very simple. These guys have shut down the Straits of Hormuz. This is what Iran is saying. We will shut down the straits. No one can go through. No country in the world can go through unless we allow you to go through, and you have to pay us. But our ships can go through, meaning the Iranian ships, as much as they want. That's crazy. Who would agree to that? So how are we going to have a situation where they get to close the straits to everybody, and the only people who are allowed to go through there 100% without paying anything are the Iranians? If you do that, they'll keep the straits closed forever. They're trying to make this some new normal. under no circumstances can we ever allow them to normalize the fact that they get to blow up commercial ships
too, right?
and put mines in the water.
Yeah.
So the response to that is
like,
we're
it's
going to
public
blockade your
water.
ships.
No one owns
if
it.
everyone's ships are not getting out, your ships are not getting out either.
Makes sense
That's not
to
an
me.
act of war. That's a defensive measure. It's a counter to what they have decided to do. You know what is an act of war? Putting mines in the water. Why don't the members of Congress, whoever it is complaining about it, they should be all over that. These guys put mines in the water. That'll allow you mining.
And if I may, KGP was stupid. We know this. Okay, she would get flustered. Like, what? Like, am I wrong? She would respond like, "Why are you asking me the question?" He's responding like, "Okay, I'm going to walk you through this." But he's like, literally, "You get this, right?" Am I wrong? He's like, "This is so you get
No,
this."
yeah.
Why is it?
Yeah.
Maybe,